Every time you take your Volkswagen in for service, the service advisor hands you a parts estimate, and most owners just nod and sign, assuming the dealership is the only place that part can come from. It usually is not, and the markup on some of these parts is steep enough that a little bit of knowledge can save you real money over the life of the car. If you own a Golf, Jetta, Tiguan, Atlas, or Passat, you are going to need most of these parts eventually, whether that is next month or next year. Knowing which ones are safe to buy elsewhere and which specific brands actually match OEM quality is the difference between paying dealership prices and paying a fraction of that for the exact same part. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which 15 parts you can confidently buy outside the dealership, where to get them, and which ones are worth the OEM price tag. Let's start with the one almost every Volkswagen owner buys at some point. Part number 1. Brake pads. You get the call that your brakes are due, and the dealership quote comes back noticeably higher than what you would expect for a routine job. Dealership brake pads are usually the OEM part marked up through the parts counter, with labor priced at the dealership rate on top of that. The real cost here is not just the parts markup. It is that many owners assume dealership brake pads are the only option that will fit and perform correctly, when reputable aftermarket brands like AT, Techstar, and Zimmermann manufacture pads to the same specifications VW itself sources from in many cases. The fix is ordering OEM equivalent pads from a reputable auto parts supplier or online retailer, and having a trusted independent mechanic install them, which typically brings the total job down substantially compared to dealership pricing for the identical part. It is worth pairing new pads with a rotor inspection at the same time, since resurfacing or replacing worn rotors alongside new pads is where a lot of the real savings actually show up. Next, a part tied directly to how well your engine breathes, and one dealerships love to replace early. Part number 2. Engine air filter. Your service advisor mentions the air filter looks dirty and recommends replacing it, often bundled into a larger service package. This is one of the simplest parts on the entire car, and the dealership markup on it is often disproportionate to how easy it is to source and install. Most owners do not realize this filter typically snaps in and out with no tools required, and equivalent filters from Mall or Mann, the same manufacturers who supply many original equipment filters, are widely available for a fraction of dealership pricing. The fix is buying the correct filter for your specific engine code online or at a parts store, and swapping it yourself in under 5 minutes, checking it every oil change rather than waiting for a service advisor to flag it. Keeping a spare filter in the trunk also means you are never stuck paying a rushed dealership price the day yours finally looks too dirty to ignore. Next, a filter most owners forget exists entirely, tucked away where you would never think to look. Part number 3. Cabin air filter. You notice a musty smell from the vents or reduced airflow, and if you mention it at the dealership, this is often quoted as a labor-heavy job requiring dash disassembly, even though on most Volkswagens it is one of the easiest filters on the car to access. The problem is, this filter sits behind the glove box on nearly every Golf, Jetta, and Tiguan, reachable by simply dropping the glove box down, yet dealerships sometimes price the labor as if it required significantly more disassembly than it actually does. The fix is watching a model-specific tutorial once, buying a Mahle or Bosch cabin filler, and replacing it yourself twice a year, a job that takes most owners under 10 minutes once they have done it a single time. Once you have done it once, there is genuinely no reason to ever pay a labor charge for this particular filter again. Next, a part almost every driver overlooks until it is already failing on the highway in the rain. Part number 4. Wiper blades. It starts raining, you turn on the wipers, and they streak or chatter across the glass. Dealership wiper blades are almost always the exact same Bosch or Valeo blade you can buy at any auto parts store, just sold under the VW parts umbrella at a higher price. Owners who do not realize this often pay dealership labor just to have a blade clipped onto an arm, a task that takes under a minute and requires no tools on the vast majority of Volkswagen models. The fix is buying the correct size blades listed in your owner's manual from any parts store and installing them yourself, saving both the parts markup and an unnecessary labor charge for a job this simple. Most auto parts stores will even install them for free at the counter if you buy the blades there, which removes any excuse to pay dealership labor for this one. Next, a part that quietly determines whether your car starts at all on a cold morning. Part number 5. Battery. Your Golf struggles to start on a cold morning, and the dealership recommends a battery replacement using the exact OEM part number, often at a price well above what the same specification battery costs elsewhere. The issue is that Volkswagen batteries generally need to match a specific cold cranking amp rating and, on newer models with stop-start and battery registration requirements, need to be properly coded to the vehicle's electrical system after replacement, which some owners are not told about when buying elsewhere. The fix is buying an equivalent battery from a reputable retailer that matches your original specifications exactly, then having it registered through a shop with the right diagnostic tool if your Golf requires that step, which most independent VW specialists can handle. Skipping the registration step on models that require it can leave the battery gauge reading inaccurately, so do not treat that step as optional. Next, a part that determines how smoothly your engine actually runs day to day. Part number 6. Spark plugs. Your Golf starts feeling slightly rough at idle or hesitates under acceleration, and spark plugs come up as part of the recommended maintenance. Dealership spark plug pricing often reflects both the part and a labor rate for a job that varies significantly in difficulty depending on engine layout. Most owners do not realize that NGK and Bosch, the same manufacturers supplying many original plugs, sell the identical part through regular auto parts channels, and the labor difficulty genuinely does vary, meaning a job simple on some engines is priced the same as a harder one on others. The fix is confirming the correct plug part number for your specific engine and gap specification, then deciding whether the labor difficulty on your particular engine justifies dealership installation or is manageable with basic tools and a torque wrench. On engines where the plugs sit deep under the intake manifold, paying for labor alone at an independent shop is often still cheaper than a dealership doing the identical job. Next, a part every oil change depends on, and one where cutting corners genuinely matters. Part number 7. Oil filter. Every oil change includes a new filter, and dealership oil filters are typically priced well above what the identical MAN or Moly filter costs through independent channels, even though it is frequently the exact same part. The one place corners should not be cut is filter quality itself, since a poorly made off-brand filter can restrict oil flow or fail under pressure. So the goal is not the cheapest filter available, but the correct OEM equivalent one at a fair price rather than dealership markup. The fix is buying genuine MAN or Moly filters, the same brands VW itself often sources from through a parts store or reputable online retailer, then having your oil changed at an independent shop using that filter instead of paying the dealership rate for an identical part. Bringing your own filter to an independent shop is common practice and usually welcomed, since it saves them a parts run too. Next, a part hiding in your key fob that most owners have no idea they can replace themselves. Part number 8. Key fob battery. Your key fob starts requiring you to be closer to the car before it unlocks, or the remote stops working intermittently, and the dealership offers to replace the battery as part of a service visit, often with a disproportionate labor charge for what is a coin cell battery swap. Most owners do not realize the fob simply pries open with a small flathead tool, revealing a standard CR2032 battery available at any pharmacy or hardware store, a 5-minute task with zero specialized tools required. The fix is watching a quick model-specific video showing where the fob seam opens, buying a fresh CR2032, and swapping it yourself, saving both the part markup and an unnecessary service visit. Keeping a spare battery in your glove box means you are never caught needing an emergency dealership visit for something this minor. Next, a part that affects your safety at night and is more expensive to source incorrectly than people realize. Part number 9. Headlight bulbs. A headlight starts looking dimmer than the other side, or fails outright, and the dealership quotes both the bulb and the labor to access it, which on some Volkswagens involves reaching the bulb from behind the bumper or through a tight engine bay opening. The bulb itself, whether halogen or a specific LED module depending on your trim, is often available through the same Osram or Philips lines dealerships source from, at a noticeably lower price when bought independently, though the labor difficulty genuinely varies by generation and headlight housing design. The fix is confirmed confirming the exact bulb type and wattage for your specific headlight assembly, buying the equivalent part, and either installing it yourself if access is straightforward on your model, or paying for labor alone at an independent shop instead of dealership labor rates. Replacing both bulbs at the same time, even if only one has failed, keeps brightness matched on both sides of the car. Next, a part that fails quietly until the moment it does not, usually at the worst time. Part number 10. Serpentine belt. Your engine starts making a faint squealing noise on cold starts, and the dealership recommends replacing the serpentine belt, sometimes bundled with a tensioner replacement as a preventive measure. The problem most owners run into is not knowing whether the tensioner genuinely needs replacing alongside the belt or whether that is being added as a precaution, and dealership quotes do not always make that distinction clear, leading some owners to pay for a tensioner that still had useful life left. The fix is asking directly whether the tensioner shows measurable wear or play before agreeing to replace it, and sourcing the belt itself from Continental or Gates, both original equipment suppliers, through an independent parts channel at a lower price than dealership parts pricing. Ask to see the worn belt and tensioner afterward, since a shop confident in the diagnosis will not hesitate to show you. Next, something cosmetic that carries one of the highest markups on this entire list. Part number 11. Floor mats. You want a fresh set of floor mats? And OEM-branded VW mats at the dealership carry a noticeably higher price tag than the identical style of mat sold through third-party retailers using the exact molded fit for your specific model. The issue is that many owners assume only the dealership version will fit properly, when precisely molded all-weather mats designed specifically for Golf, Jetta, Tiguan, or Atlas footwells are widely available and fit just as well, often at a significantly lower price. The fix is searching for model and year-specific molded floor mats from a reputable third-party brand rather than defaulting to the dealership parts counter for something this cosmetic. Double-check the listing specifies your exact trim and year, since Volkswagen has changed footwell shapes even within the same generation. Next, a sensor most owners never think about until their check engine light turns on. Part number 12. Mass airflow sensor. Your check engine light comes on, and diagnostics point to the mass airflow sensor, a part responsible for measuring incoming air to properly calculate fuel delivery. Dealership pricing on this part is often substantially higher than the same Bosch sensor sold through independent channels. Owners who do not verify the part number carefully sometimes end up buying a mismatched aftermarket sensor that causes drivability issues. So the goal is not simply buying the cheapest option available, but confirming the exact Bosch part number matches your specific engine code before purchasing. The fix is ordering the correctly matched sensor from a reputable retailer and having it installed by an independent shop familiar with VW-specific diagnostic software, since verifying the fix afterward requires confirming the fault code actually clears. Avoid the cheapest unbranded sensors entirely here, since a poorly calibrated one can trigger new drivability problems rather than solving the original one. Next, a part tied to how your engine manages temperature, and one where getting it wrong causes real damage. Part number 13. Thermostat. Your temperature gauge starts running unusually low or fluctuating, and the dealership diagnoses a failing thermostat, a part that regulates coolant flow to keep the engine at its proper operating temperature. The real risk here is not the part itself, but skipping proper replacement procedure, since a thermostat installed incorrectly or paired with old, degraded coolant can trap air in the cooling system, leading to localized overheating that causes far more expensive damage than the part itself ever cost. The fix is sourcing an OEM-equivalent thermostat, often from Mahle or Waller, through independent channels, and having it installed alongside a proper coolant flush and bleed procedure by a shop that understands VW-specific cooling system quirks. Ask specifically how they plan to bleed air from the system afterward, since that step matters more than the brand of thermostat used. Next, a fluid-adjacent part just as important as the thermostat itself, and one owners chronically overpay for. Part number 14. Coolant. Your coolant needs topping off or a full flush, and the dealership sells VW-branded coolant at a markup over the identical G13 or G12 EVO specification coolant available through independent auto parts retailers. The mistake some owners make trying to save money is buying a generic coolant that does not match Volkswagen's specific corrosion inhibitor formulation, which can cause long-term issues with aluminum engine components if used incorrectly, so the savings only apply when the correct specification is used. The fix is confirming your exact coolant specification, usually printed in the owner's manual or on the coolant reservoir cap, and buying that specific formulation from an independent supplier rather than paying dealership prices for identical fluid. Never mix different coolant colors or specifications together, even temporarily, since that alone can undo the protection either fluid was designed to provide. Last, a part specific to DSG-equipped Golfs that carries one of the steepest dealership markups on this entire list. Part number 15. DSG transmission filter and fluid. If your Golf, Jetta, or GTI has a DSG dual-clutch transmission, the scheduled filter and fluid service is one of the more expensive maintenance items on the car, and dealership pricing on the genuine filter and fluid combination often carries a substantial markup over the identical parts bought independently. The real risk with this particular service is not the part's cost, but skipping it entirely to save money, since DSG fluid and filter changes are far less optional than people assume. And neglecting this service on schedule can lead to expensive clutch pack or mechatronic unit damage down the road. The fix is sourcing the correct VW specification DSG fluid and filter kit through a reputable independent supplier, and having the service performed by a shop with the specific software required to reset the adaptation values afterward, since this is not a job every general mechanic can complete correctly. This is one of the few jobs on this list where choosing the right independent specialist rather than the cheapest option genuinely matters. The bottom line: 15 parts, all genuinely available outside the dealership parts counter, most of them identical to what the dealership sells, just without the same markup attached. None of this means avoiding the dealership entirely, since a handful of these jobs genuinely benefit from dealership-level diagnostic equipment or software. But knowing which parts are safe to source independently changes what routine ownership actually costs. The real savings here are not theoretical. Sourcing the right OEM equivalent brand for the right part rather than the cheapest option available is what actually protects the car while still avoiding dealership markup on identical components. If you own a Volkswagen, start with the easiest wins on this list: filters, wipers, and your key fob battery, before working toward the bigger jobs like brakes and DSG service with a trusted independent specialist. If this helped you rethink where you buy your parts, let us know in the comments which one surprised you most, and subscribe for more Volkswagen maintenance guides built to actually save you money.